You got,
Now I got to do my thing over here.
yay. Well, do your thing.
Okay, good morning, everybody in Facebook land. Anita and Cheryl here.
Greetings.
And yeah, here we are. Fun Shui Friday. The middle
Yay.
of October already. Holy
I was just
Okay.
chuckling to myself because
moly.
middle of October, we never know what kind of weather we're going to have right here in central Alberta. So yesterday I was golfing in shorts and a tank top. Okay. So like golf
Nice.
shirt and shorts. And this morning I was at Kirk's Tire to get winter tires put on. Just a perfect. This is October in Alberta.
October in Alberta. And you know, I watered my flowers yesterday.
Might still look great.
It's like, hello, Jack Frost. I don't know where he went, but he
Don't
didn't
care.
come here.
He's okay.
Apparently there is a storm in Winnipeg right now.
Oh, well, that's west.
That's
They could
east.
have it.
Yeah.
Or east. Duh. Okay. Anyhow, well,
You know
greetings.
that.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us live. Whoever's there, good morning.
Yeah,
And
Kathy.
or
Good morning, Kathy.
watching us later on YouTube, our channel, or Facebook.
Mhm.
Yay. Thank you. We love it. So
And I just have to say before we get started, I just want to do a big shout out to our friend Corey Poirier, who is hosting a weekend event, online event. It's amazing. It's called the Speakers Boot Camp. I'll post a link. I don't know if you can still jump on, but you know what? I met Corey probably 3-4 years ago, something like that. He has interviewed, get this, he has interviewed 6,500 people.
Wow.
So talk about thought leaders. He's interviewed them all, right?
Wow.
Deepak Chopra, he has interviewed Les Brown. He has interviewed Jack Canfield. He's interviewed Michael Beckwith. You know, like, I mean, the list goes on. And today we're going to cut our Facebook a little short because at noon or 10 a.m. Eastern, he's having James Redfield on the Speakers Boot Camp. Woo woo.
Very cool.
Yeah, we're excited about that. So
to cut it short, that means you need to stop talking.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So this is all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl. Yay. And we come on Fridays live every week. We can say that 99% of the time every week.
Yeah, we're alive.
And we have a topic. And our topic always comes from the Personal Paradise card deck, Oracle cards from Tara Catherine Collins, founder of the Western School of Feng Shui, who is an absolute doll.
She is.
Friend, mentor, teacher, and you couldn't ask for a sweeter soul. Like, really, what a beautiful woman she is.
She is.
Anyway, so I had 3 cards come out already.
Oh, wow.
That did not take long. So would you like to know what they are?
Yeah, of course. That's our topic for the day. Hello.
Well, it's an interesting. So the first one that came out is fireplaces, number 20.
Okay.
And you know how everything is energy? I'll explain why that one came out.
Yeah.
And 2 came out together. They both hit the floor face down, which I found interesting. The number 47 card, wealth and prosperity.
Okay.
And the number 49 card, love and marriage.
Ooh.
And I find it very interesting that when we look at the Bagua, right? So the Bagua, we've got the love and marriage, and we got the wealth and prosperity. So when you're walking into a room and you lay the card deck into the room, What do you do with your hands to find the love and marriage, Anita?
You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out, you put your right hand in, and you shake it all about.
And in the far right-hand corner is your love and marriage.
Love and marriage.
Now,
what was the fireplace card number again?
20.
Okay. Okay.
The wealth and prosperity, when again, you're looking at your room, you're standing in the entrance. This time you put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in and you shake it all about. And wealth and prosperity is in the far left-hand corner. So we've got the two far corners this morning, which is quite interesting today. And the way I laid these out, the fireplace is in the middle.
Well, you know, as soon as you said that, the thing that came to my mind was that, so the fireplace, obviously that's fire energy, right?
Yes.
And so we could be burning through money, or we could be needing to ignite
a relationship,
the flame of a romance. So I'm thinking for some people that are going to be listening to this, that they're burning through money, and some of them need to ignite, you know, that romance. So let's talk about the burning through money first. So if you're standing in the doorway of your home and you want to see what is being reflected back to you in the wealth and prosperity area, maybe for you, maybe that's where you have your stove. Maybe that's where you have your fireplace. Maybe that's the room that you have in your home that is full of fire energy, which in feng shui, when we work with the 5-element theory, you know, the fire energy can be, of course, the colors, the fire colors.
Yes.
It can be, you know, electronic equipment is fire energy. Anything that resembles the fire, candles, lamps,
lighting,
animals,
lots of windows, animals,
you know,
people.
Yeah. So in the wealth and prosperity area, we want, you know, that abundance to flow. We want this constant stream of abundance. And we don't want our abundance, you know, going up in flames. So, you know, see what, right? Look through the feng shui eyes, see what's going on in your home in that area. And it could be in a room or something.
Yeah.
See what's being reflected back to you. And if you have a abundant fire energy, then you need to add water, right? And it can be just little things that you need to adjust in the environment. Send us a picture, post a picture. Let's see if we can look through our feng shui eyes together and give you some ideas. Right?
I love that idea, because I love it when people post images on our page or our group. We get the opportunity to help, for starters, and others get the opportunity to learn. So I really love that idea. Now let's talk about igniting, using that fire energy for the love and marriage area. Often, not always, but often. In fact, I need to reach out. I was thinking about this morning. One of the people that allowed us to go through her home for the Western School of Feng Shui, kind of as a practicum. I want to reach out and find out how her daughter's doing, if they've made any suggestions or if they've made any edits in her bedroom. So bringing in the fire element was going to be very needed in her daughter's room, because she was, you know, the results were her daughter was feeling very anxious, a lot of anxiety, withdrawing, right? Way in abundance of water. We want to bring in that fire energy into her space, a little bit more earth and a little bit more fire to tone down all that water and that heaviness. And also in their bagua of their yard, because you can use the bog, or remember from the micro to the macro, the love and marriage area wasn't being supported.
Right.
So it was to discuss, have a conversation with her around that. So igniting some fire. How would people go about that? How would people ignite that passion? And it could be your relationship with yourself. So we're not just talking about physical relationships. Love and the love and marriage or love and relationship area is all relationships. Family, kids, pets, self.
Well, I think one thing would be to put something on, right? Put something on with some fire energy and just see how your personal energy shifts, right? I've got some fire energy on here today because I was feeling a little bit sleepy, right? So it's like, okay, I gotta have a little bit of fire energy this morning,
right?
Instead of grounding in or whatever it is. So again, what is being reflected back to you from that area when you put your right hand in, right? And when you talk about self-love, Cheryl, it could be that area of your home is not being loved and respected and cared for, because it's kind of like, what we're putting out there is what we're getting back. So
100%.
if you want to ignite your passion, improve that self-love or that intimate relationship or something, let's look and see what's being reflected back. Are you caring for, right? Because it's how you respect, care for anything is how you respect, care for, and value everything, including yourself and love of self. So good morning, Connie.
Hey,
so again, just like, if we're taking away some of that fire energy in the wealth and prosperity area, if we're burning through money, then we want to maybe add some of that fire energy to the love and relationship area.
And by taking away and adding, I want to talk about this because we talk about this when we're doing consultations with clients, right? We make suggestions. We call it home shopping, meaning
absolutely
items in your home that you already own that you love. Key here. Items that fill you with joy, that you love, that absolutely ignite the sparks in you, not anger sparks, but ignite your heart, ignite your love, ignite your passion. Okay. Something that can be an overabundance in one room can be utilized in another space to help create that balance that we were talking about. Anita was referring to earlier in 5-element theory, right? So what would be an example of a fire element for people? We talked that they could utilize that they may not recognize as a fire, right? We talked about color already. We talked about pets, animals, people. Well, they move around the house all the time. So an example of a fire element specifically could be candle that you mentioned earlier, or checking the lighting. Can be images with a lot of words on them, right? Couples.
Yeah, so that they're inspiring, right? Inspiring words. And just like my salt lamp, right? My salt lamp over here is a fire element.
And I happen to have a salt candle holder right here on my desk to bring in the fire element on my desk, and also help, balancing the ions and stuff in here as well. So books, lots of words, because they're very active. So depending upon the room that they're in, those are a few suggestions for you of a fire element to bring into ignite. When you were talking about the wealth and prosperity, and you're wanting that flow, that abundance, it's more of the water element, right? So
Mhm.
a nice little water feature that flows into the space might be an example of that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, yeah, I just rearranged my office this week. And I'm thinking, yeah, I probably have a little too much
Fire.
fire
You have a
going
lot
on
of
here.
fire around you.
But you know, I mean, fire is action and, you know, but yeah, maybe I have a little too much.
Possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So I
only
gotta,
you got the black chair, which is helpful. That helps douse a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, it does.
Right. So the plants behind me, so the colors in this are very fiery with the yellows and the purples and the or even the movement of the background foliage is fiery, even though we look at that and go, oh, well, that's wood, because of the actual imagery is plants. But it's also nice to create that balance.
Books are a fire element because of the words. Words are fire, but you know what? Really, books, that would be like a real subliminal fire element. So really, books are wood. Books are more wood element. Yeah, but the
Well,
words,
if they're too close to your head and there's an overabundance of them in the bedroom, they're very active.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's one of those what do we call it? A fusion of elements, right? It's an elemental fusion. So depending where they are, how many there are, et cetera, et cetera. If
well,
they're
most
sitting there
things,
or if they're actually being used, right?
Yeah.
That's the difference between something that causes action or inaction.
And most things are a fusion.
And
literally, most things are a fusion of elements.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
we just talked about, this image is a fusion of elements.
Yeah.
The image behind you is a fusion of elements.
Yeah.
So a lot of things are, it just depends on the dominance and the balancing of the 5 elements and the yin and the yang. And that's a whole study all on its own. Anyway, regarding all of that.
But you know what? I think the real important thing here is,
what's being
looking
reflected
at those areas in your home, see what's being reflected back to you.
100%.
Is there items in disrepair? Is there a lot of clutter in those areas? You've got to, you got to move the energy around to make room for that new abundance to come in, to make room for that new relationship to come in. So again, clearing clutter is the first step to feng shuiing any environment before you start hanging a picture here and there. Putting a lucky Buddha somewhere like that is not going to improve your wealth and prosperity if
it's sitting on top of if it's sitting on top of boxes of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That are unpacked for sure. The other thing too, we just had the full moon.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a great time for releasing. And there's still some residual energy from that right now. So doing a really good fall cleaning, if you're going to go to the extent of decluttering, do a great cleaning and get down, do the baseboards, because that heavy energy really settles. So think about the density of something, and that heavy stuck energy can settle. So moving the furniture away from the walls, vacuuming into the corners, wiping down those baseboards, you'll notice a huge difference.
Yeah, it's cleaning that unseen energy.
100%.
And I actually just did that with a space clearing, and then you can chime it all away.
Yep, you betcha. You can clap. There's so many variances. There's selenite swords you can use. There's all kinds of things you can do to clean the energy, but literally cleaning the energy is very helpful.
Okay, so numbers, look at that. So we got a 47, a 49, and a 20. When I add them all up, it comes to a 26 equals an 8.
8. Ta-da! Infinite energy, infinite information, infinite abundance, infinite love. It's all there for us in the infinite field.
It is.
Let me see what Adironda has to say about the number 8.
Okay.
From Double Digitology. The 8 is one of those wonderful numbers. Can you tell we love numbers? 8 is the shape of the 3 completed. It is in balance, even though it can still roll about. She always talks about the shape, by the way. When the 8 is out of balance, it means that you really get to focus your energy in your financial house. That's just too funny. Your spiritual house, as well as your physical belongings. Can't make this up. When it is in balance, it still represents infinity. It represents the focus of being a good steward of the world, a good giver, or service provider. It is truly balancing all of those worlds into the source of God, and not to be redundant, source. Standing upright, it is an archetypal image. Laying sideways, it is an archetypal image of infinity. And I'm holding the book here and I'm squinting because these are not my glasses.
Yeah.
So do we have any questions or any other comments on the page that we
No,
need to address?
nothing else there. And let's see what else. So I just wanted to say that keep an eye out, because I really would appreciate your sharing. We're going to be putting some posts coming up about my upcoming
Yes.
event with Healing Wednesday, Lee Carroll, Cryon.
You know what I think we should do? I think we should create an event, invite people to it, and call it a watch party.
Ooh, okay.
What do you think about that?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
We'll create an event and we'll invite a whole bunch of people to it.
Yeah, put it on your calendar, November 9. I'm going to put a link in the comments for Corey Poirier. I don't know if you can still join us or not, but there's some incredible speakers. Cheryl and I made some incredible connections when he did this boot camp back in January. In fact, you know, some of the connections really have just blossomed, all because we attended that event. Yeah. And you know what, we've attended a lot of online events. We've, you know, participated in some with the summit, etc. And I'll tell you what, Corey's event is hands down our favorite. It's great. It's great. So
it's been awesome.
See if I can put a link in there if you still want to register for the weekend.
Yep. And
when you register, you get all the replays down, you know, 2 weeks down the road. But yeah, it's a cool
fun
place.
Also, cool place quickly, next weekend, next Saturday, we are participating in a telethon as a Hurricane Ian fundraiser. And the goal is $1 million. So you'll see a few posts from us personally and on the business pages and groups and stuff in the next week, because it's next Saturday.
Yeah, a week from
now. So there's also a QR code that we'll be posting, and that's how you can donate. There's a lot of people affected by that hurricane, a lot of people, and it hit Canada as well as the US and other countries. So yeah. It's a telethon Hurricane Ian Relief Fund. Yeah. And we'll be participating in that. So yay, our first telethon. Woo!
Yeah, cool.
Okay. We're actually not going.
We gotta go sign in for James Redfield. Woo-hoo.
You betcha. Have a great week, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.